you don't get to have the success, the happiness, unless you go through the crap. Welcome to episode 2, season 1 of Lessons for My Kids. But guess what? These lessons are for everyone. Send your kids, send your family, send your friends. This is over 30 years of being an entrepreneur, of failing miserably to having success I only dreamed of. And I've made a list of over 100 lessons that I need my kids to know, but the world should know. And I was going to make these private. I was literally going to record all these and store them away for someday when my kids needed them, or maybe when I left this world, they'd have this advice. But my team said to me, that's crazy. Don't hold that knowledge in. Share it with the world. So I want to let you know, here on this show, you're going to get the most personable Dean. You're going to get the most transparent Dean. You're going to get the lessons that are for Brianna and Brody and my future children if I'm blessed to have more. So this is definitely coming from the right spot. I've chosen the exact lessons that I know can move the needle. And today, I want to talk about how nothing is permanent. Nothing is permanent. Maybe at this phase, this age I'm 50 years old as I'm recording this video for you. And I wish someone would have grabbed my shoulders and shaken me when I was in my 20s and 30s to let me know that all emotions, even really high, amazing ones and really crappy ones when you're at the lowest of your low, aren't permanent. But nothing's permanent. So for my kids, I want to tell you something, and everybody else will get a lesson from this who happens to listen to it. Bree, I'm going to be completely transparent. You had the bottle longer than most people. And I remember you were probably 2 and you still wanted your bottle every day. It went to a point where you called it a sippy cup, okay? Yes, this applies to everybody. And I remember feeling like maybe I was a bad parent. I should have done something about this. Like should I see a therapist? Should I Google it? And I remember being someplace and someone who didn't have kids, you asked for your bottle. I don't know, you were 2, 3 years old. I don't even remember. And someone, oh, she still takes a bottle. Better do something about that. And I remember not getting mad. I was like, oh, maybe I should. But it was no big deal. Do you know, one Christmas, you handed the bottle to me and it was over. You never had a bottle again. It wasn't permanent. Brody used to come into the room and see me almost every single night being scared. And I remember people saying, oh, you got to fix that. No, I didn't have to fix that. It wasn't permanent. I wish you'd come in my room now, even if you're 25 or 50 when you're watching this. I wish you'd come in. I'd lift the covers up and say, get in here, and I'd cuddle you to death. Nothing's permanent. That's the simple lesson. But the deeper lesson is, as you're watching this right now, maybe you're going through something. Maybe a boyfriend left you. Maybe a girlfriend you found out was unfaithful. Maybe the business you wanted to start failed. Maybe a friend talked behind your back. Or maybe you invested in something and it didn't work out. You put faith in somebody and they weren't the right person. I don't know, there's a lot of things. Maybe you could be stressed about school. You could be overwhelmed. Maybe you're watching this and you're in the middle of getting married or having a baby or building a new house or starting a new company. And that overwhelm is like, oh my God, this is insanity. Guess what? It won't last. It won't last. And you have to look at it like, they call it a hockey puck in business. Like hockey puck is like doing all the effort, energy, investment, and you're going down, right? A hockey puck is down and then up, right? It's like all the energy to start a business, the funds, the setting it up, the mistakes, that's going down. Then all of a sudden you get momentum and boom, you get the skyrocket of the longer part of the hockey stick going up. But what no one tells you is at the end of the higher part of the hockey stick, it goes down again and then up and then down and then up. And that's really the way life is. I mean, think about it. You don't know short unless you know tall. You don't know hot unless you know cold. You don't know happy unless you know sad. You don't know ecstatic, like over the moon excited unless you probably know a little bit of depression. So I think it's designed by God, by the universe, that you don't get to have the success, the happiness, unless you go through the crap. So whatever you're going through right now, know that it won't last, especially if you take action to make sure it doesn't, especially if you write down what your compelling future is. What if you wrote down what you're no longer to accept again in the situation you're in, whether it's the job, the boyfriend, the friends, like set boundaries. So it's the learning lesson. So the curve comes down and you learn, but it'll come back again. And I think here's the other side. happiness, the ecstatic, perfect, family around, kids great, that doesn't last either. And I don't mean that I'm not trying to be depressing. What I want to say is be grateful and cherish the moments. Overlook the stupid stuff in life. Don't worry about the things that when you're 90, if you looked back, you'd say, why the hell did I waste a moment worrying about that? Like if you're in a moment, if you're in a space, if you're in a place right now, maybe things are going great with your boyfriend or girlfriend, great with your job, great with your income, great with your career, great with your health. You know what? Know that it probably won't last forever. So take it in, be grateful, pray to God, appreciate what you have, go to bed, say your prayers or practice gratitude. Because we live in this hockey stick environment, and that's okay. You'd much rather live in that hockey stick environment so you understand the opposite of happiness, the back and forth, cold, hot, short, tall, happy, sad, right? Complexity, craziness, happiness, abundance. You'd rather live there because you know both sides. Listen, if you could choose right now and say, okay, I don't want any more sad times, would you take no more sad times if you could take, it was impossible to also have the high times? Would you say, I'd rather be good for the rest of my life? I know a lot of people who choose that and they're not happy. They come to my events, they pay me money, they buy my books, they buy my courses, and I do everything in my power to help them. It's why I'm doing this video publicly, guys, and it's for you because I want to help people get out of an okay life, out of a good life. Because a good life, how's your relationship? Good. Guys, this is for my kids. This is for all my kids and anybody who wants to watch this. If at the end of your life, someone said, how was your life? And you said, it was good, I'll be really sad. Fight for excellence. Fight for amazing. Fight for a feeling of abundance that you fill your soul. You tap into your full potential. And guess what? If you go for that kind of life, you're going to have some tough spots. And this video is simply to tell you, it won't last. So cherish it all, even the downside. All right, I'll see you in the next episode. What's up? What's up? Hey, before you go, you need to watch these next few videos. They're absolute game changers. Hurry up and click right over here and watch them, and I'll see you there.